Have you ever gone to the doctor and suddenly forgotten how to speak English?
Yes, the doctor asks what's wrong, and my brain says, I don't know.
Don't worry. In today's episode, you'll learn how to talk to a doctor in simple, natural English.
From making an appointment to explaining your symptoms and understanding the doctor.
So listen, repeat, and practice with us.
Let's get started.
Okay, imagine you need to make a doctor's appointment.
Section 1. Making a doctor appointment.
Let's start before you even see the doctor. You need to make an appointment. There are several natural ways to say this. For example, I'd like to make an appointment with a doctor.
That's a good one.
Or, I'd like to book an appointment.
Simple.
Or if you're calling a clinic, hi, I'd like to make an appointment, please.
Okay. What if they ask, what is the appointment for?
You don't need to tell them your entire medical history. Just give a simple reason. For example, I've been having headaches. Or, I've had a cough for a few days. Or, I'd like to see a doctor about some stomach pain.
So I don't need to say everything.
No. Imagine this. You call the clinic.
Okay.
I'll be the receptionist.
And I'll be me.
That's dangerous.
I'm ready.
Hello? Thank you for calling Green Clinic. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to make an appointment with the doctor.
Certainly. What would you like to see the doctor about?
I've been having a bad headache.
How long have you had it?
For about 3 days.
Okay, we have an appointment available tomorrow morning.
What time?
10:30.
That works for me.
Great. Can I have your name, please?
Paul.
Thank you, Paul. Your appointment is tomorrow at 10:30 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was easy.
Exactly. And notice something important. You don't need complicated English. You need clear English.
Speaking practice, number 1.
Let's practice. I'll say the sentence first. I'd like to make an appointment. Now you. Pause. Again, I'd like to make an appointment. Pause. Great. Now, I'd like to see a doctor. Your turn. Pause. And one more. I've been having headaches. Pause. Excellent. These are simple sentences, but they are incredibly useful.
Section 2. Arriving at the clinic. Okay, Emily, I made the appointment. I arrive at the clinic. What do I say?
Usually, you'll speak to the receptionist first. You might say, "Hi, I have an appointment with Dr. Smith."
What if I don't know the doctor's name?
You can say, "Hi, I have an appointment at 10:30." Or, "Hi, I'm here for my appointment."
That's easy.
Yes, the receptionist might ask you, "Can I have your name, please?" You answer, "Sure, it's Paul." They may also ask you to fill out a form. They could say, "Could you fill out this form, please?"
And I say?
Sure, that's it.
Not absolutely. I would be delighted to complete this important document.
Please don't.
Okay.
Natural English is usually simpler.
Mini conversation.
Let's do another quick conversation. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm here for my appointment.
Sure. Can I have your name, please?
It's Paul Johnson.
Thank you. Please have a seat. The doctor will see you shortly.
Thank you.
Perfect. Shortly sounds fancy.
It just means soon. So if someone says the doctor will see you shortly, I shouldn't expect 3 hours.
Well,
Emily?
let's stay positive.
That's not a yes.
Section 3. Explaining your symptoms. Now we reach the most important part. The doctor asks, "What seems to be the problem?" Or, "What brings you in today?" Or simply, "How can I help you?" These all mean something similar. They're asking, "Why are you here?"
Okay, so what should I say?
Start with the main problem. For example, I've been having a headache. I have a sore throat. I've been coughing a lot. I have a fever. My stomach has been hurting. I've been feeling tired lately.
What about pain?
Good question. You can say, "I have some pain in my back," or "My back has been hurting," or "I have a sharp pain in my side."
Sharp pain.
Yes, sharp pain means a strong, sudden pain that can feel like something is stabbing or piercing. You can also say, "It's a dull pain." That means the pain isn't sharp. It's more of a constant aching feeling.
So we have sharp pain and dull pain.
Right.
So what about annoying pain?
You can say annoying, but doctors will understand you better if you describe the pain more clearly. For example, it's a constant pain. It comes and goes. It gets worse when I move. It's worse at night. These details help the doctor understand what's happening.
Real-life example.
Let's imagine Paul has a stomach problem.
Oh no.
Paul, what brings you in today?
I've been having stomach pain.
Where exactly does it hurt?
Mostly on the right side.
When did it start?
Yesterday morning.
Is it constant?
No, it comes and goes.
Does anything make it worse?
It seems worse after I eat.
Good. Was that natural?
Very natural.
I'm basically a doctor now.
No,
Okay. You're a patient who knows how to describe symptoms.
I'll take it.
Section 4. Answering the doctor's questions. Doctors often ask short questions, and sometimes learners get nervous because the questions come quickly. Let's practice some common ones. When did it start? Meaning, when did the problem begin? You can answer, it started yesterday. Or, it started about a week ago. Or, I've had it for 3 days.
What's the difference between it started 3 days ago and I've had it for 3 days?
Good question. They are very similar in meaning. It started 3 days ago focuses on when the problem began. I've had it for 3 days focuses on how long you've had the problem. Both are natural.
Great.
Next question. Is it getting better or worse? You can say, it's getting better. It's getting worse, or it's about the same.
That last one is useful.
Very. Another common question, have you taken anything for it? You could say, yes, I took some pain medicine. Or, no, I haven't taken anything.
What if I don't know the name of the medicine?
That's okay. You can say, I'm not sure what it's called. Or, I don't remember the name. That's much better than guessing.
Speaking practice number 2.
Okay, everyone, it's your turn. I'll ask the question, you answer. Ready? When did it start? Good. Maybe you said, it started yesterday. Now, how long have you had it? Great. Now, is it getting better or worse? Excellent. One more. Have you taken anything for it? Perfect. Don't worry if your answer isn't perfect. The goal is to communicate.
Section 5. Describing how you feel. Emily, what if I don't know the exact English word for what I'm feeling?
That's completely okay. You don't need to know every medical word. Use simple English. For example, instead of searching for a complicated word, say, I feel dizzy, I feel weak, I feel tired, I feel sick, I feel nauseous, I have trouble sleeping, I don't feel like eating, I feel short of breath. And if you don't know how to describe something, say, I'm not sure how to describe it. That's a very useful sentence.
Wait, that's actually useful for English learners in general.
Exactly. If you don't know a word, don't freeze. Explain it. For example, maybe you don't know the word itchy. You can say, my skin feels uncomfortable and I keep wanting to scratch it.
That's longer.
Yes, but communication is more important than using one perfect word.
That's a really good lesson.
It is. Don't let one missing word stop the whole conversation.
Section 6. Understanding the doctor. Okay, Emily, I understand what I need to say, but what if the doctor speaks too fast?
This is very common, and you are allowed to ask the doctor to repeat something. You can say, sorry, could you repeat that? Or, could you say that a little more slowly, please? Or, I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I always feel embarrassed when I say that.
Don't. Asking for clarification is a communication skill. Even native speakers ask people to repeat themselves.
Really?
Of course. Imagine you're at the doctor's office. You need to take this medicine twice a day.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You need to take this medicine twice a day.
Thank you.
Perfect. No problem.
Useful clarification phrases.
Here are some phrases worth remembering. Could you repeat that, please? Could you speak a little more slowly? What does that mean? Could you explain that? I'm not sure I understand. Could you write that down for me? That last one is especially useful if you need to remember a name, instruction, or important detail.
Could you write that down for me?
Exactly.
I'm writing that down right now.
Good.
I wrote it down.
Paul,
What?
you wrote write it down.
It's a reminder.
Fair enough.
Section 8. When you need to describe pain.
Let's spend a little more time on pain, because this is something people often struggle to describe. You can describe location. My head hurts. I have pain in my back. It hurts here. The pain is on the left side. Intensity. It's mild. It's moderate. It's very painful. Or simply, it's really bad. Type. It's a sharp pain. It's a dull ache. It's a burning feeling. It's a throbbing pain. Timing. It comes and goes. It's constant. It happens mostly at night. It gets worse when I move.
So instead of saying, "Doctor, my pain is pain,"
Please don't.
I can give details.
Exactly. You can say, I have a sharp pain in my lower back. It started 2 days ago and it gets worse when I bend over. That's much clearer.
And still not too difficult.
That's the goal.
Section 10. A complete doctor appointment. Okay, Emily, I think it's time.
Time for what?
The full conversation, from beginning to end.
You mean the big test?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Full role play.
Good morning. How can I help you?
I have an appointment with Dr. Brown.
Sure. Can I have your name, please?
Paul Johnson.
Thank you, Paul. Please take a seat. The doctor will see you shortly.
Thank you.
Short pause. Hi, Paul. Come in and have a seat.
Thank you, doctor.
So, what brings you in today?
I've been having a bad cough and a sore throat.
Okay. How long have you had these symptoms?
About 5 days.
Did they start suddenly?
No, they started with a mild sore throat and then the cough got worse.
I see. Do you have a fever?
I had a slight fever 2 days ago, but I don't have one now.
Have you taken anything for your symptoms?
Yes, I took some medicine for the fever.
Do you remember what it was?
I'm not sure what it's called.
That's okay. Is your cough dry or are you coughing up mucus?
It's mostly dry.
Does it get worse at night?
Yes, it keeps me awake sometimes.
Are you having any trouble breathing?
No, not really.
Okay, let me take a look. Brief pause. Your throat looks irritated.
Okay,